Okay, he's ready.
Now we're ready.
Welcome back.
Woo!
To 2 to be.
Welcome back.
Dacha is the first time joining us. Welcome. If this is not your first time joining us, welcome back.
That's right.
This is big episode
This is huge.
number.
This is huge.
75.
75.
That's 5 more than 70.
75
And
episodes
70
ago,
more than
we
5.
didn't have any episodes. And now we have
That's
74
Plus
and a
one.
fraction of one.
This is it. You
Yeah.
are here. This is history being made. We'll have more exciting episode 75 themed updates and thank yous later on. But this is the most epic show yet. We will have tons of music, some highlights,
Maybe some extras.
and maybe some new ones. So stay tuned. But I suggest we just get going.
Yes.
So our first piece, as you may know, we have been undertaking a project here to play all
2 to Beat Central.
44 of Bela Bartok's violin duets.
Oh, yeah?
You know what,
how's
44?
that going? How's that going?
Well, according to most recent polls, they're still inconclusive still. They're very preliminary, but according to our most recent polling, we're about a third of the way through, or so.
Are those the projections?
We're projected to finish
Okay.
all 44. 44 needed to win. But this is one that we have played before in the show. We were going in order after we skipped around a little bit. So this is one from actually the end of the set. It actually is the end of the set, number 44, the Transylvanian dance. And on that theme, we're going to bring back one of our favorite old props, the Earth. And
Yes, the Earth.
just to remind everyone where Transylvania is, get in the zone, the Transylvania zone. So there we are, right here.
America.
There. Hold on. We are here in Exeter, New Hampshire.
And if we
And if
go
you go
across the
across
pond.
and you hold on, I can't see. It gets
It's-
to
yeah,
Romania,
right
which is
on
right
there.
here.
Yeah, right about there. Eastern
You
Europe.
Romania, you get to
Yeah.
Transylvania. So that's fun.
The more you
Um,
know.
Here we go.
There's I believe, a hotel or two in Transylvania, right?
Sort of.
Hotel Transylvania, maybe.
Yeah.
I think there's 2 at least, right?
It might be.
Oh, that.
Nice. Here we go.
I didn't even get the full badoom chew. I just got the. There it is. I just got the badoom.
Oh.
Hey! A little bit.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
Intermittent applause.
So that was fun. Number 44 of Bela Bartok's violin duets once again. And now
And we got a riddle.
we've got a riddle. Just a reminder of the rules.
The rules.
We're telling you the riddle now.
Oh, okay.
We are about to tell you the riddle, and you have until the end of the show to give us your answer. You can either DM it to Sava if you're watching over Instagram, or put it in the comments down below on the YouTube live stream.
Yeah.
And if you get an answer to the riddle correct, they're probably lots of correct answers. You will get a song rec for a future show. Once again.
Hang on. What does a song rec stand for?
Oh, song rec stands for song recovery.
Oh, I thought it was song recognition.
No. So if you recover, you will be able to recover a song. Alternatively, you can
Request?
record a song.
Record
you can record
a
it.
song.
So,
The riddle. How many sides does a circle have?
so you got a circle and it has sides, or maybe it doesn't. How many
It has side
of that
parentheses S.
does it have?
1 or maybe more.
Or 0, maybe. I don't know. Let us know. And
Yeah, next
now,
up.
it's time for our next piece. This is
From the French
another one of our
composer,
favorites,
Monsieur Charles de Berriot. Ouais.
Charles. And
This is the first movement, or an excerpt, if you will, from the first movement of the double violin concerto. And so usually concerti are written for a solo instrument accompanied by an orchestra, but occasionally you'll get a double concerto, which is the same sort of deal. A soloist. He's actually a Belgian composer, not a French composer. But this is a dual concerto, which means that there are two soloists accompanied by an orchestra. And in this case, it's two violins.
but there's no orchestra. This was written for just two violins. So really, it's not quite the same thing, but that's fine. Here we go. This is from. Did you already say this? I wasn't quite.
No, go ahead.
This is from the first movement of the first one of three.
No, I'm glad we were paying attention.
Did you already say that?
I don't know.
Did he?
We'll
I
never
don't know.
know.
I don't know.
I don't
Here we
know.
go. Ah, very nice. Cool.
Oh, yes.
Nice. So, that's exciting. Once again, that was Mr.
huge.
DeBarrio.
Yes.
First part of the first movement, the first violin duo concerto.
Yeah.
So
We are getting word that our dear friends, Mr. Orion Bloomfield, and our friend Marina are watching right now.
welcome.
What do you have to say about that?
This is awesome. We're all here virtually, across screens and cameras,
Yes.
sharing the joys of music.
Dach and I are actually across screens right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's true.
One of us is a hologram. Guess who?
It's joke time. Woo!
Ah!
So, why did the farmer have to separate the chicken and the turkey?
So he doesn't get them confused.
No, because he sensed foul play.
Oh, I get it, because
Aha.
it's play.
Why did the turkey join the band?
To share their love for music.
Because he had his own pair of drumsticks.
Oh, I get it. But
Reasonable. Okay. I give that one like 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10. That's almost a passing grade. I'll take it.
What's blue and covered in feathers? Sounds good.
Wait.
Wait.
The fact that Dacha laughed automatically gives me at least a 9 out of 10.
No, it's like this one's like an 8.
Dude, what you laugh? You laughed before you even told the punchline. What's blue and has feathers? You said.
Yes.
A blue pillowcase. I don't know.
A turkey holding its breath. Why?
What?
Why was the Thanksgiving soup so expensive?
Because they used beluga caviar in it. I don't know.
Because it had
What?
because it had 24 carrots.
Ah!
Little fun fact.
Fun fact: carrot. Carrot was the only word that Dacha misspelled on the spelling bee.
Well,
it
unfortunately, because I was the only word, it was the last word I spelled in the spelling bee. That was it. That was it for me. It was the only word I misspelled because I got out after that.
Dacha's spelling bee career ended after the first word that he got, and it was carrot. It wasn't even like gold carrot.
It wasn't the K-A-R-A-T carrot. It was just the regular orange vegetable carrot. And
You misspelled it.
had a minor brain fart and forgot the second R. And
Karate.
that was the end of
Dacha-
my spelling career.
Dacha retired so young.
Can I have the language of origin, please? Very good. Now, we've got the next song.
Is that it? No, there's definitely.
There are more.
Oh my
Why'd you write
goodness.
more? This is different.
This is
Okay.
why.
My family told me to stop telling Thanksgiving jokes, so I did. No, but I said that I just can't quit cold turkey.
Boom.
Although the cold turkey leftover sandwich, best part of Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No. Cranberry sauce is the best part.
Well, this is debatable. Now, our next song comes as a song rec from our dear friend Kay, who has, I believe, holds the record for the most number of correct riddles answered on the show. Congratulations, Kay.
And therefore the most amount of song recs.
And, as well.
The most reward.
So, congratulations.
K
Here's your...
is our frequent flyer diamond membership level 2 to beat.
So,
VIP.
here we go. This is a great song by the Kingston Trio. This is Charlie and the MTA. It begins. I will be taking all over the vocals.
Which is Charlie and the MTA actually, believe it or not, is a political campaign song.
For a politician, a Bostonian politician named George O'Brien, who we know nothing about.
There's also, I don't know if it's the same person, but there was a George O'Brien who ran for the House as a Republican in Illinois who was actually really well liked. So if this is the same person, we appreciate what you've done for us, Mr. O'Brien. Otherwise, I have no idea.
Representative O'Brien, but
Well, Mr. O'Brien.
probably maybe a different one. Anyway, it's part of the song. The election has passed, especially this one for George O'Brien. So we're not trying to persuade you politically in any way. It's just part of the song. And it begins with a little spoken word.
Oh, spoken word!
These are the times that try men's souls. In the course of our nation's history, The people of Boston have rallied bravely whenever the rights of men have been threatened. And today a new crisis has arisen. The Metropolitan Transit Authority,
Better known as the MTA.
is attempting to levy a burdensome tax on the population in the form of a subway fare increase. Citizens, hear me out. This could happen to you. Well, let me tell you of the story of a man named Charlie on a tragic and fateful day. He put 10 cents in his pocket, kissed his wife and family, went to ride on the MTA. But did he ever return? No, he never returned, and his fate is still unlearned. He may ride forever neath the streets of Boston. He's a man who never returned. Charlie handed in his dime at the Kendall Square station. The plane, when he got there, the conductor told him one more nickel. Charlie couldn't get off of that train. But did he ever return? No, he never returned, and his fate is still unlearned. He may ride forever neath the streets of Boston. He's a man who never returned. Now all night long, Charlie rides through the tunnel, crying, what will become of me? How can I afford to see my cousin in Chelsea or my sister in Roxbury? But did he ever return? No, he never returned, and his fate is still unlearned. He may ride forever neath the streets of Boston. He's a man who never returned. Charlie's wife goes down to the Scully Square station every day at 2:15. And through the open window she hands Charlie a sandwich as the train comes rumbling through. Well, did he ever return? No, he never returned, and his fate is still unlearned. He may ride forever neath the streets of Boston. He's a man who never returns. Now, you citizens of Boston, don't think it's a scandal that the people have to pay and pay. Fight the fare increase, go vote for George O'Brien, and let's get Charlie off the MTA. But did he ever return? No, he never returned, and his fate is still unlearned. He may ride forever neath the streets of Boston. He's a man who never returns. Wow. That was beautiful. So,
that was actually a violin part that our dear one and only Dacha Thurber wrote. So,
yeah. Well,
if you didn't like it,
better than better than potentially my vocals, but
well, I'd hope so. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a pretty low
got
bar.
a shout
there,
out for Salvas Las Solas shirt.
Oh yeah.
Support local businesses on Local Business Saturday, Small Business Saturday. That's today.
Today.
To follow up Black Friday and Cyber Monday and Wednesday as well. This is Small Business Saturday.
Probably Too Cool for You Tuesday, where all fans and such are 90% off. I think somewhere.
Oh, you hear that?
Oh, Jackie has something to say.
That's Jackie the
Yeah.
dog. Well, there he comes, coming down the stairs. That's fine.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Jackie.
that's cool. Now we have a couple of thank yous and shout outs
Awesome,
and
thank yous.
special 75 show announcements.
You know, it's like we're married and it's our anniversary. That's what
It's not at all like that. We have some some thank yous to say.
First off,
and some shout outs. So
I'd like to thank the Academy.
okay. Thank you to Bronco who's joining us from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
Yes.
Thanks for watching and supporting. Thanks also to Kay who's joining us as well. As we said,
I think it's
the
Skycam.
the record for the most riddles won, most song recs won in the history of the show.
Yeah, the all-time record, #1 on the leaderboard.
Mm-hmm. And well, we got a couple flashbacks for you here. Some of Sava's bad ideas. For example, the pocket sync.
Oh, the pocket sync.
If you remember that from season one.
Maybe we can get the frontwards view to have it.
Well, for now we can.
Or not. Okay. The pocket sync. I'll show it first. The Skycam. Pocket sync, and then also to the folks on Instagram. Hear me out. Hear me out. Dacha, how many times have you ever wanted to wash your hands? A lot. Uh-huh. How many of those times have we needed to go into the bathroom or someplace with a sink to wash your hands? It says there a stationary sink to wash your hands.
All of those
Uh-huh.
times.
But how many of those times could you have just completely surpassed the whole gross bathroom experience if you had your very own personal sink?
Some of those times.
All of those times.
Some of them.
Hear me out. Hear me out. This is the
We
pocket
won't talk
sink.
about those
Where
times.
does it go? In the pocket. Boom. Easy.
What if you don't have pockets?
Everyone has pockets.
Valid question.
Everyone has pockets. It's a given that everyone.
That's
yeah.
just not true.
Then put it on your head.
Okay.
The
Anyway,
head, the head sink.
another one of Sava's bad ideas: whale cheese. Again from season
Whales
1.
are mammals. Why not milk them?
Oh, that's all we have to say. That's awful. And now some more thank yous to all of you who are watching and helping us. Oh, Jackie.
Jackie.
That's Jackie the dog. Big shout out to Jackie.
Jackie's my day one.
So thank you to everyone who's watching and helping us support the Boston Youth Symphony Orchestras through these broadcasts. With your support since the beginning of quarantine, COVID-19 shutdowns, you have helped us raise. This is serious. You have helped us raise more than $3,000 for the Boston Youth Symphony Orchestras and their intensive community program, which helps provide musical opportunities, lessons, instruments, exposure to kids in the greater Boston area, and in addition to the NAACP Legal Defense and Educational Fund and the Equal Justice Initiative. So thank you very much. We have a special announcement following that up, which is that from now until 2 Tuesdays from now, the Boston Youth Symphony Orchestras is undergoing a very awesome and fantastic, tremendous fundraising effort.
The best fundraising you've ever seen.
To support the organization through these trying times and unprecedented times. So you can go onto their website, bysoweb.org. That's bysoweb.org, which will also be linked down in the description of this YouTube video, to donate in their Giving Tuesday campaign. You'll see some pictures of musicians, including the two of us, and
the first $5,000 will be matched. So we really appreciate your donating. You can join donation team Dacha Sava. I believe there's some other musicians from the Boston Symphony Orchestra who are doing similar things. So it's yeah,
that's awesome. So thank you so much. And also that brings us to our next shout out to our friend Joya, who might be watching, who has helped us also raise a lot of that money. One day this summer, we played in person together in Boston Common.
Unfortunately, we're not allowed in Boston now. Not because of
not because we personally were banned, but because of some travel restrictions. Had to, clarify that. But so thank you, Joy. And now we've got our next song on the theme of Thanksgiving. This is another old favorite from past episodes.
Who doesn't love fiddle music?
This is a great piece of fiddle music called "Turkey in the Straw."
Turkey in the Straw.
Makes me want
hate
to a piece of straw. Here we go.
I hate it when I'm drinking my turkey and it gets in my straw. Yeah. Isn't that the worst? Like,
here we go. Well, this is for a cowboy hat, which reminds me the reason we're wearing these hats is because it's Bucket Hat Saturday.
Bucket Hat Saturday.
Also Small Business Saturday.
Yes.
Coming after Wednesday. So
next on the show program is a segment that I'm a little bit nervous about. I'm not going to lie. Dacha told me to write in the script Dacha's funny question. So, take it away, I guess.
So, several questions have recently come to my attention which need to be asked.
Which need to be asked.
Not necessarily answered, but they shall be asked, lest we not consider them.
So they just need to be asked?
I'm preparing. Why do we park in driveways but drive on parkways? I don't know. I don't make the rules.
That's like the question, why is it called a building if it's already built?
Nope, it's different. Do Lipton employees take coffee breaks?
Yes.
Why? Oh no, not tea breaks. They make tea.
Okay, but that doesn't mean that they can't take coffee breaks. That's like saying does
Okay,
does,
this was why I said we didn't have to answer the question.
No, that's like asking, does Jim Halpert take coffee breaks even though he's a paper salesman? Yes.
Can I yell movie in a crowded firehouse?
Yes, you can yell anything in a crowded firehouse.
Can you be a closet claustrophobic?
I must not be
You mean a closeted claustrophobic?
Yes, that too. Why does Hawaii have interstate highways? You want to show us something on the globe
Yes.
to help us contextualize this question? Why does Hawaii have interstate highways?
Hawaii. Water.
Actually, this is a fun fact. I did a little research on this. Hawaii has roads built to interstate, specs. Of course, they don't go
Politics.
interstate because it's surrounded by an ocean.
Oh, you haven't heard about the tunnel?
But whereas interstate
Where?
highways in the continental United States are abbreviated I and then a number. For example, I-90 connects Boston to Seattle. The interstates in Hawaii are abbreviated HI, etc. Hawaii Interstate, which is still funny because it's not an interstate highway. But hey,
That's like the joke. Are you allowed to laugh in a high-pitched way in Hawaii, or can you only give aloha?
How is it that a building burns up as it burns down?
It's because it goes up in flames.
If a train station is where the train stops, what is a workstation?
Where the work stops.
If nothing...
If pro is the opposite of con, is Congress the opposite of progress?
Next question. If nothing ever sticks to Teflon, how do they make Teflon stick to the pan? If the pen is mightier than the sword, and a picture is worth 1,000 words, how dangerous is a fax? Very dangerous.
Crunch.
Why? So now our next song is another favorite from past episodes. This is the great Gloria Gaynor, Who Will Survive.
Oh, I get it.
The song is called I Will Survive. And it
Surviving is what will be done.
In this book. Probably. And it is not in this book. I found it. Can you,
Yeah. Oh, you want help?
a little bit. Nice. All right, here we go. I Will Survive.
At first, I was afraid.
I was petrified. Nice.
Surviving is what was done.
I will do that. Now, Sava is going to bring us some education in the form of contextualizing some sayings that you might say, that you might not, whose origins you might not know. Now you will.
So everyone take a seat.
Okay.
And I will learn you some things. Some of us...
Can I get up now? It's kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah, come on up.
Okay.
Some of us... No, oh, that was clean. Know the phrase by heart. Some of us may know some things by heart. Others may not. That's fine. Salva, where does by heart come from? Well, it was Aristotle. No, I'm just kidding. Aristotle. Who basically believed that the human heart was the center of cognitive activity, the intellectual... What's the word?
Center.
The ortho center, if you will. Because, humans are shaped like triangles. And so to commit something to memory meant to know it in your heart or know it by heart. So that's basically where it comes from, because he thought that the heart was where all of the information and whatnot was stored. Let's see here. There are some other sayings as well.
Which we do not know by heart.
Yes. To burn the candle at both ends. This one, believe it or not, is actually rather straightforward. Essentially, burning your candle at both ends, nice, means that you're working extra hard, but for a not as sustained period of time. And so you can imagine that when you burn your candle at both ends, you have twice the amount of light, and so twice the amount of working potential if you're staying up late at night before there was electricity. But the candle will only last half as long. So that's basically what it means, is you're working harder, but for less of a time. To burn your bridges means to sever ties with someone. And basically, the idea is with Roman soldiers, when they would go and do attacks on neighboring cities, they would cross a bridge to get there, assuming that there's a river splitting two places. They would cross a bridge, and then the commander would order the bridge be burned so that any Roman soldiers who had second thoughts and tried to escape having to fight couldn't. And so basically the idea was you have to fight for your life. You cannot go back now.
Wow.
So when you burn your bridge with someone, you're basically just cutting yourself off. So there you go. You have now been learned some things.
You just learned me some things. Now, our next piece has an awesome history. It was the music for this piece was given to us by our friend Bronco, who's joining us from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. This is Jay Unger's Ashokan Farewell, and you might recognize...
Oh, this is from the Civil Wars.
Yeah!
The PBS.
Exactly. You'll recognize this because
Public
this piece
bowling
was
situation.
used... this was used in the public broadcasting systems series, The Civil War, about the Civil War.
Oh, I thought PBS stood for penultimate bowling situation or something. Yeah.
So, here we go.
Yeah, we said that.
Ready? Nice. Farewell.
Yes.
Cool. So we have some very, very exciting news. We have already 2 answers to the riddle.
Ooh.
Kay says 2 sides, the front and the back. I say that gets a point.
Yeah,
That's a correct
okay.
answer. Congratulations, Kay. Let us know what your song rec is, also known as a song record recognition. Now, we have another one from Graham's Marilyn May up in Buxton, Maine, who says an infinite number of sides.
Which is also
Which
true.
is also true.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
The
An infinite number of infinitely small sides.
yes.
I buy it.
The now well
Let
the,
us know
the,
what
the
your song
show's
is.
the show's wrapping up, so I will give my answer that I had in mind.
Mm-hmm.
The answer that I had in mind was 2 sides, an inside and an outside.
That's another
But as we said, there are many other possibilities. For example, an infinite number of
outside
sides.
the box, or in this case,
Geometrically,
the circle.
technically correct. Front and back also.
Wow. So, we'll take a brief moment now. Go back to an old friend, the safety PSA.
Ah, yeah.
And, as you may know, coronavirus cases are going up and up and up around the world, but especially in this country, the United States, and in all sorts of places around the United States, not just in cities and very densely populated areas, but also in places like North Dakota. And this means that we all have to take even more careful precautions than we were before, wearing a mask outside or whenever we're around other people who are not in our household, at times when we cannot stay socially distanced.
For example, we let Dacha in the house
6 feet.
sometimes, so we are part of the same bubble, which is why we're like this. But
Yes. This also means washing your hands a lot whenever after you go
in the pocket sink.
in the pocket sink after you go outside. You're walking around, you're touching things. Maybe you're going grocery shopping. Who knows?
Maybe you ordered out and you don't want any sort of germs that may have gotten on your takeout container.
That's right.
From the
Super
outside.
important to keep washing your hands. And
yes,
there's the
it is.
pocket sink.
The pocket sink.
That's what you got to use.
Yeah.
And yes, but most importantly, wear your mask. Now,
Wait. I have a question.
Yeah.
Why does a mask help? If I'm able to breathe
Great
through,
question.
let's say like sometimes there are holes on the side of the mask here and here and a little bit above the nose. Like why does the mask help? If it's just like I can hold my hand here, but that's not going to do anything.
The mask
Right?
prevents droplets from exiting your mouth and becoming airborne, where somebody else can inhale it. It's not just the air that comes out of your lungs purely that's potentially contagious. It's actually viruses that are living in tiny particles of saliva and other liquids that come out of your mouth when you talk that, when inhaled by another person, could infect them.
Okay.
Without even coming into contact with you. And that mask traps those droplets and prevents them from getting anywhere where another person could potentially inhale them.
Okay, so what you're saying is, even if air is exiting my mouth and I can feel the air around my face, that's why my glasses fog up. Even if air exits my face, I can still protect everyone by wearing a mask because it's the droplets, not necessarily just the air.
That is exactly right.
Uh-huh.
And remember that the mask is more about protecting other people than it is about protecting you.
Even though it does protect you as well.
If you want to protect yourself, make sure other people are wearing masks.
Yeah.
Ooh. And other people will do the same thing to you.
Accountability.
Wear a mask.
Yes.
Here we go. Right. No,
yeah.
sorry. We were about to start, but we got to say this is when you are washing your hands. You have to wash them, for long enough with plenty of hot water and soap and friction. And how do you know how much friction to apply? Well, sing this song whilst rubbing your hands together with hot water and lots of soap, and that will be approximately the amount of time you need to spend washing your hands.
Yeah, so when you're sitting at the sink and you have the water and the soap, make sure you get some water, make sure you get some soap, and then also a little dab of friction in there. You know what I mean?
For
little drop.
Exactly the length of time that we're about to play the song. Thank you for joining us. That was our 75th episode. Woo! Thank you for all of your support.
Yeah.
And we will see you next time.
2 weeks from now.
Signing off for now.
December 12th, I think? Yeah.